What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 7 to the Sky. Guys, we are here on a brand new platform that I am just now trying to get grass to grow on. That's right, I have added in a fifth platform now. We can take a look at the mini map. So it fits right nicely in between our north and our east platforms. Yep. So we are kind of running out of space for different things. I was looking at our quest book and the things that we are going to need. So in order to really progress with this mod pack, if we are going towards the very end game here, we're gonna need to get into magic mods. And we're gonna have to do Botania, we're gonna have to do blood magic, and Ars Novu, or whatever that one is, I think is in this pack. There's a few of them that we're gonna have to do. Today, I kind of wanted to work towards doing a little bit of Botania. So yeah, we are setting up a platform here, and this is going to be our Botania area. So I'm just kind of spreading the grass out a little bit, trying to walk it towards the edge of this platform here, so it can kind of spread naturally and won't take 10 years to fill up the entire platform. I'm not going to sit here and water can the entire thing, but I do want to kind of spread this out just a little bit so it has a good even distribution and can fill it in a reasonable amount of time. So yeah, you can kind of see I started with one grass patch and just been kind of watering it. Got it to this edge, kind of moved it over there. Now we got over there. Maybe I'll do a little bit over this way and then we'll call that good. All right, so we're letting the grass continue to spread over here, but I wanted to give you an update on our bees situation over here. So we currently have productive bees iridium, so we have a gene sample of 94%. We almost can make ourselves just a straight up iridium bee now, which is pretty awesome. We have collected 2 more crystalline bees, I do believe, or is it 3? I can't remember how many I've done off camera here, but yeah, we are up to a total of 4 of these bees that I have made. These are all from the crystalline bees that we have put into the canning machine with the iridium ingot, and then we can get the spawn egg for these. But yeah, we're up to 4 of those bees now, which is pretty cool. So we look at iridium, we have 736 of these nuggets. So that's quite a lot of iridium that have just come from the bees that we're just collecting all the time. You can see right there, we just got 5 iridium combs that are being processed right now. So yeah, that is pretty awesome. So getting back to this new platform, you can see it is literally just one-dimensional, or I guess two-dimensional, right? Yeah, we don't have any depth. There's no underground like the rest of these platforms have. Yeah, we don't have any of that stuff. So in order to do that, I'm going to need a lot of white concrete. And we only have 300 and some. Like, that's not a whole lot here. That's not going to get us to where we need to be. That might do one section of one of the vertical walls. Definitely not going to do the underside or any of that stuff. So we need to get more white concrete. I thought now would be a good time for us to start setting up an auto craft for this. So we'll go ahead and make white concrete powder. So, oh, that's the wrong recipe. We want to do this one since we have sand and gravel being made automatically. So that's pretty cool. And it looks like we have white dye on auto craft. How are we doing that? Just out of bone meal? Do we have bone meal on auto craft? No, but oh no, we do, and we also have 27,000 of it, so we should be pretty okay on that situation for quite some time, I would think. Okay, so we can make the white concrete powder now. But the thing is, though, I don't want to do the create method that we were doing before with the hand crank in front of a thing, and I'm like manually cranking the bulk washing. This was a good way to get a whole bunch of concrete earlier on, but now that we're a little bit more advanced, I feel like we should automate this. So we can either get into create and have like this thing happen all the time automatically, or we can look at some of these machines to do that for us. And I feel like the machines are probably going to be the way to go here. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. So we want to look at the uses. Oh no, I guess that is the right thing. Yeah, so the uses of that, we're going to turn the powdered concrete into regular concrete. Looks like we can do that in a chemical injection chamber with steam or water vapor, either or. So that's one possibility. Painting machine looks like it can change the color of it. That's not what we're looking to do. Pigment extractor. Oh, you can get white pigment from that. Looks like it destroys the item in the process. World transmutation changes the color again. Casting basin. We can pour water on it from Tinker's construct, but that's 1 second per block. I feel like we can do better than that. And then we have the fluid encapsulator from thermal. I don't know how fast this is, but I know you can put augments in it, and this could possibly get pretty fast. I don't know. This is the one that I think we're going to try here. So let's make a fluid encapsulator. Seems pretty tame recipe. We don't have these things. And just make a couple of those, and we need a tin gear like so, and there's a machine frame. Okay, very good. And control click to auto craft that guy. We'll just drop that right in. Boom. Fluid encapsulator. Quest complete. We did it. Right. So we need I can't remember the name of the augments for it. I was thinking it was called an enderium thing. Maybe I can look at one of our other thermal machines over here. Oh wait, does this have? It does. A resonant integral component. Yoink. We'll just go ahead and take that one. Okay, so now I don't have to make that. We'll put that in there. And then we need the augments for that. I guess it would be not that. No, do we not have these on AutoCraft? I guess we don't have these on AutoCraft. We had the ones for the dynamos. Thermal, and these are called what? They are not this one. It is this one, the flux linkage amplifier. Okay, so I have to make all of this stuff. I'll go ahead and make recipes to craft this because we should be able to do that on the rolling machine and a few other things. Yeah, let me go ahead and set up auto crafts for these. All right, guys, so we have the auto craft set up, so we can now make these flux linkage amplifiers automatically, which is awesome. I just set up a configuration here so it can accept water from the left-hand side, and we're going to put some power into this and make sure it can get the most amount of power that it can so it can operate efficiently. All right, so white concrete powder. Let's just make 100 of those. Boom. And how fast does this do? Oh my goodness, that is so good. That's nearly 1 a tick, maybe every 2 ticks. I'm not sure. But yeah, that is definitely what I was looking for. When I made this machine, I wasn't quite sure how fast this was going to be, but this is exactly what we want. This is beautiful. Okay, so now we just need to set this up in some kind of a way so we can automatically put in the items and extract the items, and everything's going to be happy. So let me set up an applied energistics automation for this. Probably going to stick this under here, I would imagine. Maybe around this area. All right, I think this should work pretty well. So we just have our fluid encapsulator right here. We're giving it power from the side. We're giving it water from the bottom. So yeah, we have the input on the bottom, and we have an input output from the top, right? And then this is going to be our pattern provider, which is going to need a recipe that we have not set up yet. So let's go set that up and see how well this thing actually works. So we will need white concrete powder. Just craft one of those. So one of those is going to equal one of these, right? That's all we need to do. And then we need to go throw that down there in this machine. Right into here. And that should be it. Okay, so if I get all this concrete out of here, and I say make me 2,000, we have everything we need for it. The machine is just running. Everything looks great. Awesome. So that says this is going to take, well, it says 7 seconds. Obviously, it's going to take longer than 7 seconds. But yeah, I mean, that is way better than me having to do anything manually. This is really good. I love it. All right, guys. So this platform is now complete. We have the surrounding outside of it, and we have a basement and an elevator to go up and down like so. Looks just like all the other ones. Nothing special here. And then we have the connected path to the main hub of our base, right? So, yep, this is all done. Feels pretty good getting that all squared away now. So we have plenty of room here to do our Botania stuff. So I was looking at the quest book here, and under Botania, the very first thing is it wants us to do this. I had to make the Lexica Botania, which is just like a sapling in a book, no big deal. But yeah, we need to do the check mark, and that's going to give us a flower pouch and some XP. Awesome. So we have that stuff. So God Flowers wants us to make some floral fertilizer, which I'm pretty sure we can just craft. Let's see. Floral fert. This and that. Look at that. Boom. So quest complete. This will allow us to bone meal the ground to get these flowers should we want them. there's also these flowers in abundance in the Twilight Forest, so there's not a lot of reason for us to do this. But yeah, that is a thing that we can do. Oh, flower pouch. Did those flowers all go into here? Oh, they did. That's actually kind of nice. That is kind of nice. It's hard to tell which ones you have. I mean, obviously there's a red 0 on the ones that you don't have, but like, yeah, there's just so much information there. All right, so the flower pouch is pretty nice. Got some iron ingots. Next quest beyond that is the Petal Apothecary. I was also noticing in our Lexica Botania book here that there is a question mark next to these things. I assume that's the unlock progress here, and it wants us to do the Petal Apothecary in order to progress. I'm guessing that's what this is for. So yeah, the next quest in the book wants us to do this, and our quest book wants us to do this. So I guess we should move on to something else, huh? Let's make a Petal Apothecary. Petal Apothecary. So that is made like so, like so. There we go. Quest book, or I guess our Lexica Botania. Yeah, the question mark is now gone. It wants us to make a pure daisy, which I think is 4 white petals. Pure daisy. Yeah, so 4 white petals and the Petal Apothecary with water, and then you have to put a seed in there for a finisher. So seed. Do we have white? We have a white tulip. That is not what we're looking for. So maybe we will have to use some of the floral fertilizer, or I go to the Twilight. It would be easy enough, I guess, for us to just craft a few of these. Like, so maybe we'll get lucky and get a white flower. Look at that, the very first one after I crafted up a bunch of this stuff. Okay, so now that we have the white flower, give me that back. Get out of here. Oh my goodness, I can't move this thing while I'm in that inventory. Okay, so now that we have this, we turn it into petals. We put the petals on the ground. We plant those. I was going to say we bone meal them, but you can actually just torque them. And you can just punch them now to get these back. It used to be that you had to use shears on them, but they got rid of that. So yeah, you just do that. I'm going to get this thing out of my inventory. This is going to drive me crazy. All right, flower pouch. Actually, let me empty all of the flowers out of this. We'll put the flower pouch away. We'll put all these flowers away like so. And I need nothing else, actually. Yeah, so we don't need bone meal for this anymore, which is actually quite nice. Quite nice. Just do this. Punch them all. Do that. This. Like so. Just spam, spam, spam. And you have all of the flowers. Very good. I like it. Okay, so we only needed 4 of these petals. We'll have these extra ones for later. So yeah, we only needed 4 of these petals to actually progress here. So we'll place this. We'll do one of those. Oh, did I put the seed away? I think I did. Caps lock is on. Let's turn that off. All right, so 4 of those, a seed, boom, and there's our pure daisy. Awesome. All right, so now that we have that done, let's see what our quest book says. So that's going to give us a random flower. We got some brown ones. Pure daisy is going to give us a random flower. We got some orange ones, it looks like. Blue ice. Task, blue ice. Do they got a special thing here? So packed ice around the pure daisy makes blue ice, and you get packed ice by putting ice around the daisy, and you get ice from snow in the mana pool or other various methods in vanilla Minecraft to obtain it, going like way high in the sky or finding a frozen biome. I don't know if in a savanna biome you can go up high enough to freeze water. I'm not actually sure. Anyway, I guess that's not important right now. Let me also get rid of these things that are in my inventory. Sweet. All right, so next quest wanted us to make living rock or living wood, or I guess both of those. So living rock is stone put around the pure daisy, and the living wood is logs put around it. Doesn't matter which log type. So we want, how about some oak wood, since we got a bunch of that, and some stone. We got a bunch of this. Awesome. All right, so stone, stone, stone. You know you've done it right when you get those particles around it, and this takes 60 seconds by default, so time for a cut. All right, so the stone turned into living rock, and then we have collected some of our living wood as well, so we have both of these complete now, which is fantastic. And the exchanging gadget is probably one of the best tools to combine with Botania when you're doing this kind of stuff. You just set it to oak wood or to stone, whichever you're doing, and you just right click on it and it swaps it out for you, so you don't have to manually remove all the things and then replace it, right? So that makes it so much better. So yeah, we have 16 living wood logs when we have 8 of the living rock, and whoop, the wrong button. Now this quest is complete, so we'll grab some of these flowers. We got some white flowers for it. Sweet. Yeah, so mana pool is the thing that we need the living rock for right away. So we'll make a mana pool. Awesome. Yep, so we got that done. And we'll, oh, that gives us 16 more living rock. That's quite nice. So portable mana, mobile mana, alchemy catalyst. Like this stuff isn't super important. Like it's stuff we'll probably want to do, but it's not super important right now. This is the next one that we want to do though. This is a wand of the forest. And if I remember correctly, I think you need 3 living wood twigs. And then you need 2 different types of petals. I don't know if I have orange and black. Well, let's make an orange wand. Why not? All right. Yeah, you can change the color of this. I show this like basically in every single playthrough. You can change the color how you want, but it's whatever. It's just another wrench essentially. So wand of the forest, we got an orange one, which is fine. And that completes this quest. So mana spreader is another item that we're going to want. This is how we're going to get mana from our generating flowers into our mana pool, or from our mana pool into the runic altar. So there's another important thing that we need here. So that's living wood log, a petal or a mushroom, and gold ingot. So mana spreader, one of these guys. There we go. Awesome. And we'll continue swapping that out while we're sitting here doing things. Okay, that's going to give us more flowers. So next thing it wants us to do is mana steel ingots. So in order for us to make any of this stuff, the mana steel, mana diamond pearl, infused string, mana glass, we have to have mana. So the next step is we have to make some generating flowers. I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't show us or have a quest for us to do any of that stuff. The ones I like to start off with though are the coal flowers. So let's do Botania. Or actually, generating. Yeah, we'll just do that. So the endoflame. These are my preferred method of starting mana. They're not great for end game in the Botania mod. They're good to get you going. You want to swap over to like some of these other ones over here. In order to get like big mana boosts. I saw there are some new ones from Mythic Botany. I don't know how any of these work or how good they produce, if they produce really good or not. We'll probably check out some of those. I'm sure they're going to be better than the default Botania ones. So yeah, we'll do that at some point in the future, but I digress. Let's get back to these endoflames. So in order to make these, we need to get ourselves, I'm going to make 8 of these. So we need 16 brown petals, and we've been getting a bunch of flowers, but I don't know if we got the brown ones yet. Brown, we do. Perfect. We need 16 of these petals. So we'll do like we do, just plant all of these down. Just, oh, it looks like I have some white ones here that I didn't fully twerk on. All right, so there's some more of the white ones. So there we go. We needed 16 of these brown things. We'll put the rest away. We need 8 red and 8 light gray. Red petal, flower. Okay, we have these. So 8 of those will be 4 of these, and then light gray. Don't think we have that one yet, so we might have to use some more of the fertilizer here in order to hopefully obtain those. Mystical light gray flower, there it is. Okay, the first one. So yeah, again, we will just get the petals, torque it, break those, get the petals, torque it. And we only needed 8 of those, so there we go. There's the 8 that we needed. All right, so all of these extra flowers goes away, all of this stuff. All right, so I think we have everything that we need. Oh no, I put the red ones away, didn't I? We needed the red flowers. We needed, nope, we needed those, this, that. There we go. Now we have all that we need. And then obviously the seeds to finish that off. 6, 7, 8. So a thing that I have found out about the petal apothecary, and I don't know when they changed that. You can actually autofill this thing. Let's take a look at this. This is pretty neat if you haven't seen this before, because I thought it was pretty neat anyway. I think I'm gonna move this thing. Let's put it over here. So I'm going to pop that out, pop this out, and pop that out. We're going to put our petal apothecary right here. We put water here, and then we put water on the other side with those blocks underneath. This thing turns into a source block, right? And it fills. Check that out. So previously, before this change was made, you had to like throw a bucket. You had to queue a bucket on there, and it would take the water from the bucket and then fill that up. But now that turns into like a source block. So that is super, super convenient. So it's 2 of these, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of these. Boom, there we go. And now we can just right click with an empty hand and then throw the seed. There we go. 1 more. Boom. All right, so there is 8 of our endoflames. Awesome. So now that we have the endoflames, I didn't get rid of these guys. Now that we have those and we have a mana pool, I guess we'll find the center of the island, which should be right here, I think. I'll double check that. Did I not center this? No, that is centered. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. So that is a center this way. So I have placed that incorrectly here. All right. And is that centered this way? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is. All right. Awesome. So this is now the center of our island. So we'll place some endoflames. Actually, no, we don't want to do this yet. We want to place the mana spreader first. Mana spreader. We'll wander the forest, this pointing down. Now we'll place these endoflames. So the way these flowers work, there has to be a mana spreader there. And as soon as you place a flower, if there's a mana spreader, it will see it and connect to it, right? If you don't have a mana spreader down and you plant down the flowers, they can't connect to anything. Then you place the mana spreader down and you have to manually link the flowers. Yeah, so you want to place the mana spreader first and then place your flowers, and then they all just link. You can see it's linked because it highlights the mana spreader that it is currently talking to. All right. So yeah, we got that stuff all squared away. Now these are endoflames and they use coal or some other type of fuel. We'll just go ahead and throw coal down because I know that works, and all of those should eat. Okay, let's turn off the magnet. Let's turn off the magnet, try that again. So all of those guys should eat that coal and be happy. Yep, so all the coal went away. All of them are lit. They are producing mana. We are getting mana in our mana pool. Everything's happy. All right, a simple automation can set this up to be more automatic. This probably will break, and it's best to put glass around this open portion here. I might throw that in there, but just to show you guys. So this is just a white concrete with a redstone torch and a golden pressure plate on the side. Above the torch, we just have another white concrete. Can be any block, but this is what we're using. With a piece of redstone dust and a downward facing dropper. The dropper is now full of coal. So the way this is going to work is we put a piece of coal right here. One of these sucks up that. The next one gets dispensed. The next one gets taken, and it just broke because I didn't have the glass there. So let me put some glass there. Yeah, we need 3 pieces of glass. I'm gonna need 1 more piece of coal to like fix this again. Coal. And this will just be a temporary thing. It's very, very cheap to do, very easy. And it should just work for a very long time to keep the endoflames fed here. So yeah, check it out. Automated, we don't have to touch it again. It's a little slow to get them all started and up and running, but eventually all of them will be up and running using that coal. And yeah, we don't have to touch it again. All right, so now this is up and running and we're making a decent amount of mana. I think now we should be able to move on to our quest here, which wanted us to make a mana pearl, mana diamond, mana ingot, mana infused string, and mana glass. So it's iron, diamond, pearl, string, and glass. In order to do those, you just throw them into the mana pool here. I might have to move the mana spreader up. It's going to be a little annoying sometimes, but that made the mana glass. We'll queue that in, queue that, queue that, queue that. There we go. So there is all 5 of these items. Looks like we're getting a bunch of tasks complete from all of those. And if we go into our quest book now, yep, this quest is now complete. So it'll give us random rewards and some random flowers. Okay, so it looks like we got some mana pearls out of that. Yeah, we have 3 mana pearls. We'll just put all that stuff away and all of this stuff away. Yep, we don't need, I don't think we need any of that stuff in our inventory anymore. Okay, very good. So beyond that quest, it wants us to make a runic altar. This is kind of important, and then getting into this stuff is, well, at least into the terrasteel is pretty important as well. These different armors, I'm not so sure how important those are, but yeah, I think we should make the runic altar next. So that's going to be a little bit more living rock. We don't actually have enough right now, so I need to get myself some stone. Let's grab a stack of stone. I will place one right here for a temporary time. We'll set the pattern to that, and we will replace that living wood with stone. That'll turn into living rock. I think right now we only have 8 living rock. Oh no, we have a bunch more. Okay. I don't know when we got the extra, but we got extra. Okay, so we can make that. No problem. So we needed to make the runic altar. This guy, and that's a mana diamond or mana pearl with some living rock. Doesn't really matter which one. To me, we have plenty of both. Plenty of pearls and plenty of diamonds, I guess I should specify. So runic altar. So runic altar is going to use mana from our mana pool. So we need to place that down, and we have to make a new mana spreader. Mana spreader. Boom. I'm going to have to move one of our endoflames. Sorry, buddy, you got to go. We'll move you. And then this is going to go right here. So by default, it's pointing towards the altar. We don't have to use our wand on it, but I'm going to use our wand on it anyway. There we go. All right, so we have that done. And then our new flower, I guess I will put right here. And then again, we're going to have to link it. Nope, it connected to the right mana spreader. Okay, so we don't have to link it. Yep, so everything should be good to go. So our runic altar is here. Our mana spreader should be full of mana from our mana pool. You can see this one is emptying itself. This one is full. This one's extracting the mana out of the pool and gonna shoot it over here when we need it. And this one is taking all the mana that the generating flowers are getting and just dumping it into a mana pool. Okay, so we have that all done. So the next thing beyond this, whoops. Oh, I guess I already claimed the reward. I was trying to claim it. Beyond that, terrasteel, but we can't do that. I guess it does want us to do the mana steel, and then, what is locking that out? This arrow goes this way. Oh, it wants us to make a spark. The spark is locking it out. Okay, so sparks are relatively inexpensive. Just go ahead and, yep. Oh, no. We'll go ahead and get to a spark here. 1 spark, that's it. Actually, we're gonna need 2 sparks. Okay, so there's 2 sparks. Right, so getting back to the quest book, now we can make that plate. Okay, so this wants us to have all these different runes. All right, so this is going to get a little bit more complicated here. So all the different runes plus a rune of mana. We'll go ahead and bookmark all of those. We need a block of mana steel, and then we need 3 blocks of lapis, which is fine. So the mana steel, I believe you can put in a full iron block. And that turns into a mana steel block. I think you can do that. Yeah, it looks like you can. Whoop. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. There's not much space there to do that. All right, so there is that one. And then we need to make a rune of water. So sugarcane, bone meal, sugarcane, bone meal. What else was it? A fishing rod. So sticks, because I'm pretty sure we have never made a fishing rod in this playthrough. And then some string here. There we go, fishing rod. Quest complete, start of a fisher. Yep, apparently we've never done that before. Mana steel, mana powder. So mana steel, mana powder. I think you can throw basically redstone, gunpowder, glowstone in here, and that turns it into this. Okay, so there is mana powder. Is that everything we needed? I think it is. All right, so in order to finish this off, we do need to have living rock as the final thing. So we can just queue these components onto here, and then we just right click, or you can queue that on there, whichever you want to do. And then when the check mark appears like it is right now, and you get the little glowy particles, you can just right click this. And we got ourselves our rune of water. So it's going to be the same thing for these other ones. So just got to get the recipe correct on all of these. None of this stuff is too complicated to do. It's just gathering those materials. So let's get that done. Okay, so we now have everything ready to go here. Let me get into this thing. And we have all these different runes. So one thing to note, you only get 1 rune of mana when you craft that. All these other ones, you get 2 of them. But yeah, there's our terrasteel agglomeration plate. Task completed. Very good. So that's done. Oh, it also wants us to have 4 blocks of lapis and 5 living rock. That's for the multi-block structure. So, well, there's 3. And 1 more. Okay, so there's 4 of that. And then 5 of those. We'll put the rest away, put that away. Yep, so we got to figure out where we're going to put this. Maybe over here. So we'll just kind of get in line. Yeah, we'll start right here. So we'll do 3 blocks of space between the wall and this thing. All right, so there is some living rock. Then we need the lapis. And the plate, like so. Then you put a spark on there, and then a spark on your mana pool, which I think that's close enough. It's got to be within like 13 blocks or something. I think that's close enough. And the spark's right there. You can't see the spark. It is inside of this mana spreader, but trust me, it is actually there. And we got ourselves a Trado Llama guy. Hi, what do you got? Sleep charm. No. No. Bad llamas. I almost said bad sheeps. All right, so there's that. All right, so yes, this is what we need in order for us, there's a little star there, in order for us to make terrasteel. But in order to make terrasteel, you have to have half a mana pool worth of mana. And we might have a quarter of a mana pool. No, we don't even have a quarter of a mana pool. We have like an eighth of a mana pool of mana right now. So this is going to take a while if we're going to be using these endoflames, but we need to upgrade, and that's probably what we're going to work on next episode, is looking at getting mana a little bit faster, more efficiently. Yeah, I've been having fun here today, building this new platform, starting into the very beginning of Botania. There's a lot more to this mod. It is pretty cool. I do like it. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.